Right now, there is a memory in your head that never happened. Not a dream, not a guess, a fully formed, completely confident memory with details, emotions, maybe even smells and sounds that your brain invented and filed away as real. And the terrifying part is not that it happened. The terrifying part is that you will never know which memory it is. Scientists have spent decades studying how human memory actually works, and what they found didn't just challenge psychology textbooks, it quietly dismantled one of the most fundamental things we believe about ourselves, that we know our own past. Because you don't remember your life, you reconstruct it every single time. Think about a memory you'd bet your life on. Maybe it's the moment you found out someone betrayed you. Maybe it's something that happened in your childhood. Maybe it's a fight with someone you loved where you remember exactly what they said and exactly what you said back. You're certain you were there, you lived it. Here's what the science says. That memory has been altered multiple times without your knowledge. And the version playing in your head right now is not the original. This is not a rare glitch. This is not something that only happens to people with trauma or brain injuries. This is how every human brain, including yours, is designed to operate. Memory researchers call it reconstructive memory, but that phrase makes it sound clinical and distant, so let's call it what it actually is. Your brain is a silent editor, and it has been rewriting your past since the day you were born. The question is why? And the answer to that question changes how you see every relationship, every argument, and every version of yourself you've ever believed in. In the 1970s, a cognitive psychologist named Elizabeth Loftus did something that should have shaken the world. She showed people footage of a car accident. Then she asked them a simple question, but she changed one word between groups. One group was asked how fast the cars were going when they hit each other. The other group was asked how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other. Same footage, same people, but the group that heard the word smashed remembered the cars going significantly faster. And 1 week later, that same group was more likely to remember seeing broken glass in the footage. There was no broken glass. One word, that's all it took to edit a memory that had already been formed. Loftus spent the next 5 decades proving this wasn't a fluke. She called it the misinformation effect, and her conclusion was devastating. Human memory is not a recording, it is a reconstruction. Every time you remember something, you are not playing it back. You are rebuilding it from fragments, and those fragments can be contaminated. Now here's where it gets personal. Every time you access a memory, you slightly alter it. The act of remembering changes the memory itself. Neuroscientists call this reconsolidation. When a memory is retrieved, it becomes temporarily unstable, like a file that's been opened for editing, and when it gets saved again, it saves with whatever new information was present during that retrieval. This means the more you revisit a painful memory, the more edited it becomes. The version you've told yourself 100 times is the furthest from the truth. And the memories you've told other people, they've been shaped by their reactions, their follow-up questions, and your need to make the story coherent every single time you told it. But Loftus wasn't done. In a landmark study, she and her team went further. They didn't just alter existing memories, they planted entirely new ones. Participants were told about 4 childhood events by their families, 3 that were real, and 1 that was completely fabricated. The false event was being lost in a shopping mall as a child. 25% of participants not only accepted the false memory, they elaborated on it. They added sensory details. They described the emotions they felt. Some even argued with family members who tried to correct them. They were not lying. They genuinely remembered something that never happened. Stop for a second and sit with that. Because those were not confused people. Those were not people with mental health conditions. Those were ordinary people, just like you, who created full autobiographical memories from nothing more than suggestion. Now ask yourself who suggested things to you throughout your life. Parents, teachers, friends, therapists, partners, journalists. Everyone who ever told you who you were or what happened to you had the ability, without knowing it, to quietly rewrite your past. Here's the part that most videos on memory never tell you. Emotional intensity does not protect a memory. In fact, it does the opposite. A psychologist named Roger Brown coined the term flashbulb memory in 1977. The idea that intensely emotional events, like a tragedy or a shocking piece of news, get burned into memory with photographic precision. Except they don't. Studies following people after major traumatic events, September 11th, the Space Challenger disaster, found that people's confidence in their flashbulb memories was extremely high, but the accuracy of those memories was not. People were wrong about where they were, wrong about who told them, wrong about what they were doing. The more emotional the memory, the more confident you feel, and the less reliable you actually are. This is the cruelest design flaw in the human brain. The memories you'd stake your identity on, the ones that shaped your relationships, your grudges, your self-image, are the exact memories most likely to have been distorted. Here is what this looks like in your actual life. You are in an argument with someone you're close to, a partner, a sibling, a friend you've known for years. You both remember the same event completely differently. They swear it happened one way, you swear it happened another. Most people assume one person is lying, or one person's memory is just bad. But the science says something far more unsettling. You are both telling the truth as you know it. You are both reporting a real memory, and both of those memories have been quietly edited by your emotions, your needs, your perspective, and every conversation about that event you've had since it happened. Nobody is the villain, the brain is. Here's another scenario that might feel uncomfortably familiar. You look back on a period of your life, a job you left, a relationship that ended, a decision you made, and you have a very clear story about why it happened. You were mistreated, or you weren't ready, or it just wasn't right. That story feels solid, but research on what psychologists call narrative identity shows that we constantly revise our autobiographical story to match who we are right now. The person you are today is editing your past to justify your present. The memories didn't change the story changed the memories. And here's the one that might disturb you the most. There are things that happened to you in your childhood, small moments, quiet comments, looks across a dinner table, that lodged themselves into your nervous system and shaped your deepest beliefs about who you are and what you deserve. You may have no conscious memory of them at all, but somewhere in your behavior, in your patterns, in what makes you flinch or shut down or chase people who aren't good for you, those moments are still running. They're just not running as memories you can examine. Your brain hid the file, but it kept executing the code. So here is what we're left with. The past you carry, the betrayals, the triumphs, the defining moments, the stories you tell yourself about who you are, is a collaborative fiction written by your brain, your emotions, everyone who ever spoke to you about your life, and every retelling you've ever performed. That doesn't mean your pain isn't real. It doesn't mean your memories are worthless. It means something more complicated and honestly more freeing than that. It means the past is not fixed. It means the story of who you are is still being written. It means the version of events you've been living inside, the one that says you're not enough, or that people can't be trusted, or that you always end up alone, that version is not the truth. It is one edit in a document that has been revised thousands of times. Elizabeth Loftus spent her life proving that memory is malleable. She wasn't trying to tell us we can't trust ourselves. She was showing us that the mind is not a prison made of the past. It is a living document, and the most recent version doesn't have to look like the last one. Is there a memory you've held on to for years, a moment that shaped how you see yourself or someone else, that you now wonder might not be completely true?